December Daily video, process video slash let's actually do some December Daily, because as you can see, apart from a couple of little cards that I have got from people, I have done absolutely nothing. There's day number 1. Absolutely nothing. So we're going to actually do December Daily. I might do this in 2 parts to see how we go time-wise. But what I've done is on post-it notes, I have written down days 1 to 10 and 11 to 20 because today is the 20th. And I wrote down photos for each one and what I'm going to do. So they are there for reference. And I also have printed off all of my photos. So this is going to be epic. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn off the voiceover and I'm just going to get stuck into it. Okay guys, so a little disclaimer here before we start. This is a super long video and I only get halfway through the December Daily process that I'm doing. It is like a lot of going back and forth and changing things and rearranging things, and yeah, it was a longer process than I thought. I just wanted to slip the photos in and be done with it, but you know me, I can't leave things as they are, just plain and simple. I have to embellish everything. So right now you are viewing the horribly boring task of cutting the photos and cropping them all to size. Now, I normally in my project life don't bother about this unless I do a few 3x4s. But for this, because it is a smaller album, I did want to use a few smaller photos in there, just so I could use the most of my product that I had purchased, because I'm honestly not going to be using it again, most likely. So I did do a few smaller photos. I do have a few 3x4s in there as well, and a few 4x6s. But for now, let's start on day number 1. And for me, day number 1 was my Christmas Jamacure, my Jamberry nails for Christmas. This was the first set of 3 Christmas manicures that I did. I basically did one every week just because I, once again, wanted to use up all my Christmas Jamberry bits and pieces. So this one was actually an exclusive for hosting a party, and I fell in love with them, but once I had them on, I wasn't a huge fan of them. But I'm sticking with my traditional outlining cards in black Sharpie, but I'm coming in with a lot of stars and using my good old favourites, my enamel dots and my Kaiser rhinestones and sequins. And that one there, I just popped in a photo of the wreath that I hung on the door, and then I changed my mind because I wanted them on the same page. This is just a random photo of Vinny that I'd filmed. I think I went around to visit my sister and my little nephew Vinny, and I just took this photo while he was in bed, and it was so cute. So I put that in for day 2. I think the reeds are part of day 2 as well, but oh yeah, there we go. I make it work, unless I move. Oh no, there we go. Well, I don't have any idea what I'm doing. Day 3, I think I had a lazy day. Nope, I'm thinking wrong. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on here, guys. I don't even know what I was doing. I sped the video up 8 times over just because there was so much content. I had to speed it up that far. But so day 3, I went and saw Mockingjay Part 2, The Hunger Games Mockingjay, which it was like the most fantastic movie ever. I loved it. But here I am using a die cut leaf. I love those leaves. Kayla and I got me onto them. It's actually a die shape from Maggie Holmes, one of her collections. I don't know which one exactly. And then I used a Studio Calico vellum heart and a few words, and they're just as a little filler card. As you can see down the bottom, I cut a photo in half to fit it into the 2 pockets, even though it was a 4x6. You can still make them work in your 2 3x4 pockets just by cutting them. And with that one, there's no people involved, so there's no faces getting cut off or anything like that, so it looks fine. But I really wanted to capture the wreath. It's the same wreath that I used last year, but I didn't do December Daily, so I wanted to really document it in here, and it's one I made myself. I just bought the wreath from the Christmas supply store, and I added all the baubles and the tinsel in there as well, and I just love how it looks, and it's the perfect size for our new door. I had to buy a new hook for it this year though, because we have a screen door. And this paper, oh my gosh, the pine cones or whatever it is, I love that paper, but I haven't really used it at all. So I just used it behind that photo there just to add the darkness in there. And journaling on that card. Now onto the Hunger Games card. The top right of this spread, I do have a photo printed out. You'll see that in the part 3 December Daily album process video, because I just didn't have one printed out at the time. Here I am adding some enamel stars and dots and rhinestones and stars everywhere, because I just cover the world in stars. Stars are a very Christmassy thing for me, and I sort of went overboard with them, but oh well. But yeah, like I said, there is a part 3, and there is also a part 2. I mean, a part 4. Of course there's a part 2. This is part 2. Hello. But yeah, no, it's going to be 4 parts. I haven't filmed the 4th part yet. I still have 5 days of December Daily to actually film. But I was so excited about this insert. I wanted to do a wreath card. I finally got to use that vellum wreath from, I think that's also from a Maggie Holmes. No, that's not from Maggie Holmes. That is from, where is it? It is. But I made a boo-boo. Look at those holes. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that wreath came in an ephemera pack, and I've never been able to use it. And I was like, fine, I'm going to use it for December Daily. And look how I fixed that blunder there. I put a sticker over it. And that was that. But yeah, I just wanted to make a little wreath card. I put a few lopsided stickers on there, obviously, and then I do a bit of journaling. So that works. And then I get a bit more of the story in there, and it looks pretty. Some of these things I don't put things on the back, like that card there. I think I'm going to have to go back and change it, but this album has become so bulky, I don't even know how I'm going to fit in the last 5 pages that I haven't filmed yet. It's just crazy. So this was a lazy day. That was it. Day 4. That was it. And then this card here is like, is it really Christmas? Is it really? Like, it just didn't feel like Christmas to me this year at all. Even when we went down to our family for Christmas Day, it still didn't quite feel like Christmas to me. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm older and 30. I don't know if that's like the point where you sort of, Christmas becomes more of just another day. I don't know. I love all the gift wrapping and giving people gifts and all of that, but it just did not feel Christmassy at all. So that's what that card is. It's documenting that, and I'm a firm believer in documenting the negative and the positive points of your daily life, as you've seen in my Project Life albums, and December Daily is no exception to the rule. Day 5 was actually my department boss, I suppose you could say, of the craft department at Spotlight, Ev. It was her baby shower, so we went to that. I was so excited and had a good old laugh with a few girls from work. And Ev is actually no longer working at Spotlight, which is extremely sad. She is now on maternity leave. And Ev, if I know you're probably not watching this, but I wish you all the best, my love. The little dude is due in January. This month, it's January. Oh my gosh. How exciting. And I can't wait to meet him. And then day 6, we actually, after my late night out at the baby shower, I hopped on a plane and flew down to Sydney. Every year, Josh's work pays for us to fly down to Sydney and stay in a really nice hotel and go for a cruise on Sydney Harbour as part of his work's Christmas party. And this is the 2nd year that they've done it, but this year I just was not feeling it at all. I was super tired from after the baby shower and working, and I was just not in the mood to be flying down to Sydney for a day and flying back the next day. It was a huge whirlwind of emotions. I felt really sick the morning of, and it was just not cool. So I took a selfie when I wasn't feeling well, and I was putting that one in there. I also included the plane tickets, just because I don't include a lot of memorabilia in my albums, and one of my goals for 2016 is to try and include more memorabilia and get that sorted into the album, because in 2014 I was really into it, collected all these items but never got them into the albums, and now I don't know where they belong. So that's changing. And excuse the loud party next door who are making so much noise that you can probably hear them on this voiceover. Yeah, they are quite noisy. But not every night. Anyway, so popping that in there, I decided to put the tickets at the front so you don't see two selfies of me on the one page. It flips over and you still get just the one face. But yeah, I still haven't attached that there. It's still just sitting in the album, so I need to find some way to attach that. Playing around with a few bits and pieces. That blah is from Dear Lizzie, her last collection, I think, maybe. It was a documentary. Was that her last collection? Yeah, so they actually came in a Scrappery kit, and I have so many of them that I'm just trying to use them up. So I doubled them up there, added a bit of teal in there because I realised that I hadn't been using as much teal as I had been pink, black and white. Now onto a fresh page, moving everything over onto day 7, and my Jamboree nails actually started coming off, so I just painted them in a pink colour, and believe it or not, that is actually the 4th manicure for December. Oh my goodness, Renee, you were a little bit crazy in December. But yeah, and then day 8, that picture there, you might think is like super blurry and what's going on, but I actually focused on the icy pole. Vinny's only 8 months old, and his mum is not open to me giving him sweets, which is a good thing. Totally a good thing, and I should totally respect it, but I didn't. I was a naughty Auntie Nae, and I know how much he likes icy poles. So I gave him a lemonade icy pole, and he just loves it. He's teething at the moment. It feels so nice on his gums. Only problem is he gets addicted to it. If I pull it away and say you've had enough, he will just cry and cry, and that's what's happening here. He was actually starting to work up into like a real blustering mess when I went to take this photo. He couldn't deal. So yeah, I just had to document that, and hopefully my sister doesn't see it. That Christmas card there, I just added some tabs and threw it into the album, and day 9 was actually the surprise gift that I got from my friend Taylor with the accompanying card from America. I was so surprised and did not expect this whatsoever. It was the best gift ever, and it was just little chockies, but just thought the fact that she'd thought of me and to send that over, it made me feel like a very bad friend for not doing the same for her. So next year I'm going to have to start writing a Christmas list, I think. But I wanted to document that and get it in there because I don't usually do a lot of Christmas card, Christmas gift sending, and that really started it off for me this year. It really sort of documented. I just realised I've used the same photo twice in this album. Oh dear me. That's a bit of a stuff up. We might have to go back and change that. Oopsie daisies. So I think the reason why I used this photo this time round was because I think, is this it? I think this would be it. This is when I got gastro, and I was incredibly sick and didn't take any photos or do anything at all. I'm pretty sure this is it. I'm going to have to watch to see what I actually write. But I had gastro on the Friday night, I do believe, after I came home from work, and I was that sick. I have never been so sick in my entire life. And then the days that followed after the gastro, my body was completely wrecked. I was so sore, I was so stiff, I was lethargic, I couldn't move, I was just an absolute mess. And now I'm here freaking out because I have missed a day somewhere, and I don't know where I've missed that day, but I just filled it in with whatever, I think, in the end. Because I was like, in the end, my philosophy with Project Life and these kinds of things is when I look back on this in 10 years' time, I'm not going to know exactly what day and what happened when, and I'm not too worried about it as long as it's documented, you know? Who cares what day it was? It happened. So that's the philosophy I'm having with that blundering mess. Just adding in one of the Studio Calico cards, a card list, and that is it for this one. That was a cut short video. I think the battery actually ran out halfway through and so I couldn't film anymore, but I will be back very soon with another December Daily process video. Be sure it's coming. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to thumbs up and let me know what your favourite card was in my December Daily project. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Love you all. Bye!